And then let's go live.
There's Anne's beautiful face. We got some good stuff coming today.
I had to find the right page because we changed our page.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We changed the name. So excited about the name change. I am so excited.
Yeah, this is awesome. Well, welcome everybody. We are now live, and welcome to the Modern Agent Blueprint. We've formally Rise and Grind Mastermind. So we had, some people that, we were kind of iffy on the name, and we decided to go ahead and rename it. And it took us, how long did it take us, Nicole, to come up with
it was a lot of brainstorming and a lot of I don't know, maybe a couple weeks of us trying to figure it out. And then we finally came up with it, and I could not be more excited about the name. I think it is the perfect blend of who we are. We're the modern agents of the industry, and we're trying to create a blueprint for success. So, like I said in the post, I don't know if you guys all saw it, but I feel like there is a certain blueprint to success. Like, if you're building a house, you have directions, and you have, building plans, and you have all this stuff to, erect this building. So if you want to create an amazing business, you also have to have a plan. You have to have, all your plans. You have to have all of your, supplies and all of your things in order to, create this great business. So we felt that, at Rise and Grind Mastermind, that we were providing these like building blocks that were basically the blueprint to a successful real estate career. So when we changed the name to the Modern Agent Blueprint, we thought, there are so many different aspects that go into building a business, that each little building block has all these other little building blocks that go behind it and, underneath it to create this business that you have, that you want to expand and grow. And, hopefully every year it's getting better and better and better. Well, every mastermind that we have would fall into a category that is part of the blueprint for success. So today, texting and voicemail drops is just one of the things to keep in touch with your SOI, keep in touch with your clients, keep in touch with your leads. So it's just one more aspect of the greater plan. So we are going to get into that a little bit today. So yay to the new name, and welcome to our first mastermind under the new name of Modern Agent Blueprint. So thank you guys and girls for joining us today. I'm super excited. So Lee, do you want to talk a little bit about what we're doing today?
Yeah. So, but before I start, I just wanted to talk about, it can be so overwhelming for agents because they're in a position in their business where they're trying to decide, like, well, what do I do? Anytime you go on Facebook, you see everyone's selling all these different programs, all these different ideas, all these different techniques. And you like, I scroll by and see get 10 listings or get 7 appointments in 30 days, or do this, do that. And a lot of times you just don't know what to do first or what to trust, but the important thing is everyone needs to just take a step back, take a deep breath, and just try to get organized and make a list and decide on 2 or 3 things that you want to focus your efforts on. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a series of different topics that, there's certain things that people are good at, certain things that people aren't good at. And one of the hardest things, and that's leading into our topic today, is cold calling and actually calling people. And it's amazing, but most agents want leads, but when they get a lead, they don't call them. And I can't tell you how many times that we provide leads for people or this or that. And then when we have a meeting to talk about were you able to get in touch with them? And they say no. And how many times did you call them? Well, only once. Well, and it really is, it's out of a lot of people's comfort zone. So that's why today we're going to talk about a couple ways that if you're not comfortable with calling people directly, then you can do voicemail drops, or you can do texting. And these things are important tools to have in your tool belt that really make it easy for you to be successful.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I think, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you're so right. Cause I feel like one of the best bits of advice that I ever got when I first started was, don't buy everything. Like, don't get stuck in this. Like, you need all of these things all at once, you know, because half the time, I mean, let's be honest, so many of us have signed up for coaching programs or signed up for, you know, challenges or this and that, and you end up falling short, and then you beat yourself up about it. So it's better to find the things that you're really good at and hone in on those things, and the things that you're not good at, you know, coming to things like this. Like, I've never personally done a voicemail drop, but I've wanted to learn how to do it. So that's one thing that I've been like anxious about seeing, because I knew we had this book, and this has got so much good information in it that, you know, I mean, this is something I know. Julie, Lee's wife, is on the call. She just closed her video off, but there she is. She used to do a lot of voicemail drops, and I always thought it was super cool. And she was my mentor when I first started. So she had, you know, she was doing really cool things that I was like, okay, I'm not prepared for this yet. But now I feel like I'm to the point now where I really want to implement some of this stuff. So I am really excited to get moving on this one today.
Yeah, because, you know, the hardest part I feel like in this business is the nurture, because people aren't going to buy a house on the first call or sell a house the first time you call them. That's the hugest challenge. You might get them on the phone one time, but then, like to Lee's point, you don't call again because you feel like you're bothering them. And arguably, like, text is like people's preferred method of communication anyways. You know, it's not like, I feel like you're not selling yourself short by texting instead of calling. People like appreciate it. I mean, at some point you want to get on the phone with them, because you can't communicate like this via text, but it's just, you know, it's a way to be efficient with your time too, you know, to reach to many people in a given period of time versus jump on the phone and perhaps talking for, you know, 25 minutes when you only plan on talking to them for 2. So it's just, you know, and there's so many methods, like you said, so just drop them a voicemail. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I just think it's the nurture that is where we fall short in this business.
And the other thing to add to that point is you really can't take things personally, because people have their lives and things go wrong. And that reminds me of something that happened to Julie yesterday. She had an appointment, listing appointment, and it was all set up, all teed up, ready to go. And when she finally called the guy, what did he say today? Or what did he say yesterday to you?
So to give some perspective on this. So the appointment was set by one of our ISA. So it was not set by me. So when I called to confirm that I would be there yesterday evening, he basically just like, he picked up the phone and he was like, I'm so sick of this, blah, blah, blah. And he like hung up on me. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even get my name out. And he hung up on me. So that was that. So don't get discouraged by that, because, you know, I don't know who he thought I was, but I didn't take it personally.
And that's the most important thing, is you can't take things personally. And that's kind of why, you know, if you do take things personally, that's why texting and voicemail drops might be your route. I mean, if you're extremely sensitive and can't take criticism or whatever, then maybe that's the way you need to go.
That's me.
Because everyone hates rejection. And I mean,
we get our feelings hurt.
Yeah. I'm way too sensitive for this
Don't
job.
hurt my feelings.
I have a mortgage background, and I'm not going to tell everyone when I started, because some of you people were probably in diapers. But when I first started, the broker, or the owner of the company, handed me a Bresser's reverse lookup phone book threw it on my desk and said, okay, start calling. And I was terrified. I was completely terrified. There was no, I don't even think there was computers. There was one computer for the whole office. And it was terrifying. And I can't tell you how many times I wanted to quit. And I would call my wife, Julie, and say, hey, I'm just not cut out for this. And she would be, don't be a blank. Just stick with
Crybaby.
it.
Don't be a crybaby.
That's the perfect word. Don't be a crybaby. You got this. And, and I did. I had a very successful career in mortgages, for years. So you just gotta, don't listen to the noise. Just be totally, just make sure you're totally confident and you will be successful. And don't let the little things bother you.
Right.
So, all right. So let's get into this. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we are going to talk about ringless and manual voicemail scripts. So, before we get started on that, it's important to have a good system that will allow you to do your voicemail, to do a voicemail drop. And I'm not sure who has, someone needs to be muted. I don't know who it is. But who has a good CRM system that they use that enables them to do voicemail drops? That's one of the most important things, is you want to be able to just do it at the click of a mouse. And so I'm going to demonstrate, KB Core, which is what we use. That's super, super easy to do. I'm going to demo that in a few minutes, but I just wanted to kind of go through some of the scripts and things that we have available.
So I was going to say, will you stop right there, Lee? Because I thought that this was this section right here with a warning and the do not pitch. Those are, I think, some of the most important things when you're going to send a voicemail drop or you're going to text. We want to come across as serving, not selling. So we want to come across as serving and providing value, not necessarily giving them a sales pitch to sell our services on a voicemail. We also want to make sure that you're not running, breaking any rules or laws or anything that could get you in trouble. So just, we're going to cover our butts on that too.
Yeah, and you could have your number scrubbed to the do not call list. So there's a site that I'll post that you can do that. And I think that's important to make sure that you're not just getting random phone numbers and randomly texting people. Now, I did have this question asked to me the other day, is that how come real estate agents can get texts and not get it, and people can't get in trouble for that? Is because we display our phone numbers publicly, and that's just because we're in a sales profession. That is a loophole that allows other businesses and recruiters and everything to text us directly. So real estate agents and mortgage people and insurance people are exempt from that.
I did not know that. I kind of wondered that too. Like, how come I can get all these text messages and all these, things constantly? Interesting. Good to know.
So once again, the goal is to leave a simple message and get them to call you back so you have a fighting chance to win them over. It's very simple. You don't want to be the out of breath salesperson. You want to you want to give them, enough information or something that would excite them to make them want to call back. Right. So, there's some really good scripts that we're going to show you in a few minutes. But one of the important things is it's really important to role play and practice your voicemail scripts. Even though you're going to send it via voicemail, you should definitely, practice them out loud numerous times. Jennifer, you raised your hand. You have a question. Go ahead.
Hi, I do. I know you had mentioned that you use your company's CRM to do this. And I was just wondering, because a struggle that I've had lately, so I'm with Keller Williams, and I do really love our CRM as well. However, I guess I'm struggling or wondering, is it the best place to put all your eggs in one basket? Do a lot of you guys use your company's CRM, or have you outsourced a third party to like sort of own your own data, I guess, if you will? Because like, while I love Keller Williams, like I'm not married to it. So I've been really struggling with that. So what do most of you guys do? Do you use your own, or is there this capability in some of the other ones that, you know, I know you mentioned you use EXPs, I use Keller Williams. Is there a third party that has this software built in that would be a good one that anyone uses?
There is a very affordable option which is LionDesk. And I think it's free. You get a free version being on Gmar or in RealComp. And then you would just have to add the voice drop feature. If you want any help getting set up, I can put the link. I'll put the link for LionDesk. And one of my very good friends, Randy Toby, he's just sold. LionDesk just sold to another larger company, but he was the previous director of business development with LionDesk. So I know the product very well. And it is very good at video drops and voicemail drops. So
and that's provided through Gmar, you said?
Yes, there's
oh, I did not know that.
There's a free version of LionDesk that you can get.
If you're Jennifer, if you go
Yeah.
into you're in RealComp, right, Jennifer?
No, I'm in my real source actually.
So,
Switched.
okay, we'll talk later about it.
But I'm going to show
Okay,
I'm going to show simply how easy it is to actually do a voicemail drop in a few minutes. So let's go ahead and let's just take a look at a couple different ideas. So let's first start with holiday scripts, and this is something that you can send this to your whole sphere of influence. You should have your database segregated with leads, you know, past clients, etc. And instead of having to go and send individual voicemails to everyone, you can go ahead and record it once, and you can just drop them individually. Like the holiday scripts, you can drop to everyone all at once. But like a past client birthday, you can just have it just a generic one written. And, you know, hey, this is Lee Moratis. I noticed your birthday. I just wanted to give you a call and wish you a happy birthday. Hope all's well. Hope to talk to you soon. Something that simple. And you can just drop it, and you can use, you can set up your CRM to notify you when it's someone's birthday, or you can even use Facebook. You can even use Facebook as well to figure out when people's birthdays are. You can find their birthdays on Facebook, and you can put them in your CRM.
I do that currently. So I know a couple of us, so I started implementing that with one of my coaching programs that I'm in. And I've kind of talked to some of the people who are on my team about doing that. And I've seen amazing results from that already. I've only been doing it for a few weeks, and I'll tell you, I've gotten 3 leads out of it just from I am sending personalized video texts or video messages on Facebook to these people, just saying like, you know, hey, Ann, I saw today was your birthday. I just wanted to send you a message and tell you happy birthday. I hope it's awesome. You deserve it. And that's the end of it. And I've gotten multiple people who've messaged me back saying, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. I've been meaning to get a hold of you. I think I'm going to sell my house soon. And, you know, it's pretty crazy how quickly things move and how, you know, impactful a video text or a video message is.
Yeah. Here's an event. If you're having an event, if your team's having a little event, hi, this is, you know, Lee Moratis with ABC Realty. I might invite you to our, you know, holiday photo event or whatever you want to do. I mean, whatever event that you have. So we have all of these written for you. And some of these are fantastic. So, hey there, it's Lee Moratis. I'm your local real estate neighbor. You know, are you curious about your home's value in today's marketplace? You know, blah, blah, blah. So there's texting scripts or there's voicemail drop scripts for everything. You know, so we have farming and circle prospecting. So if you're farming a certain area or a certain subdivision, if you're looking to buy a home in, you know, the Colorado Springs area, there's this beautiful features, you know, of this XYZ house that's currently in the market. So there's new listing, you know, scripts, Open house scripts. So this is great. So if you're having an open house and you want to send a voicemail drop, because no one wants to call the 10 or 20 neighbors around the open house, but you can use RedX or other software to get the phone numbers of the neighbors, and you can actually do a voicemail drop that will send a quick voicemail to everyone. That's obviously you want to make sure they're on the do not call list. You can also send them an email as well, and you can basically copy the same texting script and use it for email. You know,
And
just
don't forget,
sold.
we are going to give you guys these scripts too. So don't worry about
Yes, you don't need to be
screenshotting
like,
or anything right now. We're going to
yeah,
get
so
all
we're going to
this.
send them to everybody. You know, price drop script. So you can send a price drop, and you could text everyone in your database that's looking in a certain area. You should have all of your leads segregated by, you know, city or cities. And if they're a buyer or a seller, and then you can send a text to everyone saying, hey, 123 Main Street, we just dropped the price by $10,000. You know, that might stir some interest. You know, so, I mean, these go on, and there's geo-targeted leads, other voicemails that you can use. You know, hey, this is Regan from First Choice Realty. I just sold the house in your area for more than the asking price. So I've seen a lot of potential buyers in your area recently, and think your home might be a great fit if you're thinking about selling. So this is a good prospecting one that you can use.
That sounds like a really good one.
Yeah, I mean, and no one's, you know, I highly doubt anyone that's on this call is going to actually pick up the phone and call 50 people. But this is great because you just do this message once, and you go ahead and send it to your client, or you send it to your lead source.
Okay, I hate to interrupt this, but I think it's snowing outside right now. Welcome to Michigan. Ugh.
That's crazy.
Ew.
So let me show you how easy it is. I'm going to open up this KV Core here, and I'm going to show you how easy it is. So let's say I'm looking at my dashboard here, and I see a lead. So I see a lead here that viewed a listing. I can go ahead and I can click on the lead. I can go over here and click voicemail drop, click on voicemail drop. I can add a recording. I can record one myself, or I can add an existing recording. So let me drag and drop a recording. Here's an example of one that I have saved, and it's called the Cash Now. Upload the audio file, and all I need to do is hit send, and it'll do a voicemail drop. And I didn't even I just used my mouse. I didn't even type anything.
That's so awesome.
And it's just amazing that having these systems set up really help simplify the process. So if you're not the type of person that wants to pick up the phone and call people all day, you can literally sit for 2 hours in the morning, record your 2 or 3, you know. I mean, I personally I would take all of these scripts, I would record all of them generically, I would label them all, I would load them all up in your system, and I would just go through the leads and figure out which message you're going to send to each person. And you can do that. You can just, maybe if you want to spend one day, like a Tuesday or whatever day, for 2 hours and spend sending these voicemail drips to all of, you know, to whatever leads. You can segment the leads, whether they're buyers or sellers, you know, and then you can take other people's listings on your team or with your company and figure out which property was reduced, and you could, you know, go ahead and do the just reduced voicemail text or voicemail drop. So it just shows you there's so many different ways to skin this. And then, you know, we also are going to give you 6 effective voicemail drops that get callbacks. You know, 90% of calls go to voicemail. So most would agree that, you know, consider the following before making a call. You know, where did the lead come from? What time of day was the lead received? Keep your message short, under 20 seconds. Avoid giving away too much information. Add information that will pique their interest. You know, speak with confidence. That's the other thing, is like, that's why it's important to practice your voicemail drops, is speak with total confidence and enthusiasm. And it's super easy and important. And you can, I think everyone hates how their own voice sounds. But you know, you can, if you don't have a if you don't have a microphone or you're not set up properly, if you have a PC, you can just go to the search button on your computer and you can type in voice recorder, and you can go to the voice recorder and you can actually record a message super easy, and then you can save that to a file, and you can take that file and you can use that. It's really, really easy to do. So, I mean, here's a sample of people that have visited your website. So we have scripts from third-party vendors. So it's important to let you know, this lead type may have looked at dozens of homes and requested information from many real estate agents, all in a matter of minutes. The quicker you respond, the better. So for sale by owner leads. So if you're working on FSBOs, you can just go on. I mean, they're putting their on for sale by owners. Those are all fair game because they're listing their phone number. You know, you can even go in Zillow and look for sale by owners, and you can have one script, and you can just put those in your CRM and do a voicemail drop to all of them. I mean, so that's super easy thing to do. There's another for sale by owner script. You know, so there's so many different, I don't even know where to begin, and I'm not going to waste everyone's time by reading off all of these scripts. So we have those, and then we also have the next section, which is text message scripts. So these are for people who don't like the way their voice sounds, and they want to just send text messages. So we have, you know, a number of different text message options: just listed, just sold, you know, hot market, circle prospecting with an open house, you know, for sale by owner text messages, sphere of influence text messages, internet lead text messages, you know, past client text messages. So all of these, we're going to send all these to everyone. Farming text message, you know, hi, you know, and if you can do these, send these out personally, or you can just do them generically. You know, hi, I'm Lee with EXP, and I'm selling quite a few homes in the ABC subdivision. I just wanted to introduce myself. You know, I wanted to say that, you know, I wanted to ask, under any conditions, were you interested in selling your home going into 2020? You know, so some of these are some of these scripts are from 2020, but anyway, so there's all these different things at your fingertips.
There was, in another part of this ebook, there was some objections, or like how to keep people on the phone with you, or how to keep, you know, if you do call somebody and you get a call from, let's say it's like a Zillow call or something like that, or you got a lead calls from a sign, one of your listing signs. Basically, you know, the right questions to ask to keep them on the phone, so you can potentially turn those curious people who are calling to see what your listing's priced at, you know, maybe that house isn't right for them, but maybe getting them put on a search is going to help you, you know, get your next buyer. But there's a lot of stuff in there, even handling some of the objections too, and how to kind of navigate those. There's a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions right now? Don't be bashful.
I think so. I mean, I love the idea of the voicemail drop. I love the idea. I mean, I am a texter. Like I would rather text, you know, unless if there's something complicated or, you know, needs some explanation, I think phone calls are great. I love the idea of just being able to text somebody and having some scripts like this, because let's be real, you know, let's say, like, so I have this lady who I've been working with her, or I shouldn't say I've been working with her. I've had her set up on a search for like a year and a half now. And, you know, the text that I'm sending, you know, every 4 months where I'm like, hey, just checking in, it's getting a little old. So, you know, I'd like to have some new script ideas on things that can send to people like that, who have been on a search for a really long time and are dragging their feet or waiting for whatever thing that they may be waiting for. But I think having a script, you know, I don't even know what we want to call this, playbook, I guess, would be great, you know, so we can have all these things. So we're going to be sending all this to you guys So anybody who registered for this event, if you're watching live too on Facebook, as long as you registered for the event, you're going to get this connected. So, or you're going to get this emailed to you. So I am really excited to be able to have options, and I don't have to think about what I'm going to say. I can actually just copy and paste and insert my information. If you're going to do the voicemail drops, like Lee was saying, I think it's super important to make sure that you are sounding authentic and you're not sounding like, you know, one of the call center people, because that does drive me insane when I am, you know, I pick up a call and I just hear like chaos in the background. And then I'm like, okay, click, hang up. Cause I sure as heck don't want to listen to the call center people. So I think it's, you know, it's just important to make sure that you are, you know, showing some authenticity in your texts and in your voicemails.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
So does anybody have any questions about, you know, some of these text messages or specific text messages that you are wondering about, or voice messages or something? Is there anything specific that you guys are looking for?
Don't be bashful, everyone.
Bueller.
I did that once where I was at Starbucks and I gave the name Bueller.
Oh my God, you would.
And I was with my 17-year-old daughter, and she thought it was the funniest thing. They were like, Bueller. But
Chloe, I am with you. I am terrible with my CRM. I have not updated my CRM in a long time. So I absolutely need to update my CRM to make sure that it is up to date. I haven't updated it in so long. I need to just basically start over. I started, well, it was probably like mid-COVID. I decided to dedicate, you know, one day every couple of days to updating, you know, certain alphabets, you know, or certain letters of the alphabet of my CRM, and then adding in people who I needed to add in, and go through day by day and say, okay, today I'm doing A to C. And then 2 days from now, I'm going to do D to F, and then just keep going all the way down. And hopefully I don't think I made it past S. So I think I need to go back and finish it, but it is tough.
I guess if everyone wants to put in the comments what CRM they're currently using, and then, I mean, we could probably find help for most people, or send them in the right direction to help get their CRM organized. I mean, I know Lion Desk and I know KV Core, so I could help with those two. So if anyone has those two, I'd be more than happy to help out. It's really just all about time, and you almost need to turn off your phone and dedicate 2 or 3 hours and you're going to have to go through all the leads and figure out what are they, and you're going to have to label them A, B, or C lead. A is someone that, you know, and not only A, B, or C, but then you're going to have to say, is it a buyer lead? Is it a seller lead? Is it a sphere of influence? So there's going to be 2 or 3 levels and layers that you need to add tags to and segment all of those leads that way. And it sounds overwhelming, but let's just say, you know, Chloe, so I'm going to pick on you. How many leads or how many contacts do you have in your database currently?
I only have probably like less than 1,000.
Okay.
So not that many.
Okay, so what we would do is we would just, you know, we would sit down and go through, and I would break them down into like 6 categories. Number 1, sphere of influence, like the people, you know, family and friends. I would break those down. I would break down past clients as one. And then I would break down buyers, sellers, and then what type of leads are they? Were they internet leads? Were they, you know, I would break down where those leads came from. And then you can sort in KV Core. You can sort by, you can say, I just want to send you know, happy Halloween to all my sphere of influence. So you can go ahead and there's so many sites available where you can get content. and images to send that you can just put into a voicemail, or you can put into an email and send to all of your clients. You could also use the voicemail drop for your sphere of influence as well. Just saying, hey, especially with Thanksgiving, the bigger, I don't know if I would waste all the credits to send a happy Halloween voice drop, but I would definitely do it for Thanksgiving and for the Christmas holidays, things like that. But it's really, what you want to do is take those 1,000 contacts you have. You should really, you should probably have those in 8 or 10 categories.
I was just
And then-
listening to a Hustle Humbly podcast the other day, and they were talking about databases, and they were saying that their ideal database is from 150 to 350 people. So, I mean, your CRM is going to be I think a little bit bigger, but your database of people you want to keep in touch with should be on the smaller side, because you don't necessarily need to keep up with everybody all the time. I don't know. I guess it's like a personal preference, but I mean, my database, I'd say, is smaller, or probably about the same as yours, Chloe. But I think, if you're going to be sending voicemails to people for things like, happy holidays or whatever, you could send that to a wider range. But if you're trying to send, messages to specific, like your buyers, your current buyers who are on a search, or your current people who said, they want to buy or sell in the next year, those lists are going to be a little bit smaller.
Yeah, we have over 21,000 contacts in our database.
No, thank you.
So it's we're always like we're getting responses every day, we're getting unsubscribes every day, we're getting, so it's kind of crazy managing something that large. But I mean, that's really gold. I mean, we're getting hand raisers, probably 2 or 3 a week in some way, shape, or form. We're getting responses. We're getting people. I mean, I'd like to see how much business we would have done this year if there wasn't such a tight inventory, because that makes it extremely difficult for somebody that has 10 buyers. That in a normal market, those buyers you'd be able to move on to the next ones, but you can't do that because these buyers keep getting beat out, and they're dealing with multiple offers and all those situations. So it is an extremely difficult market to really move on for people from your database. So I mean, that's why, I guess that's why more than ever you need to have an organized database to help kind of wade through this mess of a market.
I think
Maria asked a question.
this is probably a good time of year, though, real quick. When things start to slow down. I mean, I know that I feel like I've slowed down quite a bit recently. But this is a good time of year to, start going through your database. And, like I said, pick 3 times a week, set aside 1 hour and go through. So look, what I was doing with my database was going through, and I was using Lion Desk, and I was going through and I was doing, okay, and I'm going to use you, Ann Dalton, her birthday is this day. Here's her email address. If I had her home address, I put her home address in there. So I was also going through like my personal phone, my phone book for my family and friends. So, for Christmas cards and whatnot, I was trying to put everything into one spot. So I had everything, and then I would just go through. So I was checking Facebook. I was checking all these different things for different information, whether it be their birthday or their anniversary or anything like that, keeping everything together so then I could have everything in one spot to easily, send messages back and forth, or, just to have pop-ups to say, hey, tomorrow's Ann's birthday, And the other thing too, I'll just give you guys this other quick tidbit. If you're going to send out birthday messages, if you want to stay, outside of the norm, send the birthday message the day before. Or if you're going to do a belated one, wait a day or 2 after the birthday and then say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I just realized I missed your birthday. That way you're not like in with everybody else. You're either before or right after, ideally before. But I've sent the belated one just on accident, hey, I've been super busy. I just saw that I missed your birthday. I hope it was amazing. And sending, a quick message like that, it just opens new doors. So get out there and do something get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Those voicemail drops will be kind of cool to do too.
So I went ahead and put, whoever wants help with their database, I put book 30 minutes with Lee, and I put up my Calendly link. So feel free to book a time. I'd be more than happy to help anyone, with their KB Core, Line Desk. And I do know Chime a little bit. I don't know if anyone uses Chime. I've heard a lot of good things about that one, but feel free to reach out and, book 30 minutes, and I'd be more than happy to help anyone out, helping them get organized with their database. So Maria asked a question. You had to take a call from Title. You must have a couple deals closing. So aside from Facebook, do you use, she said, what do you use to send videos? So you can send videos in KB Core and in Line Desk. So you have your option. Really both work well. I like how Line Desk has the ability, you can actually send a video if it's under 20 seconds via text as well. So I like that feature in Line Desk, and it doesn't force you to click a link. It just opens right up. So I do like that, but KB Core is totally fine as well. So I would use, either one. I wouldn't get Line Desk just, if you already have KB Core and you're using it. But if you don't have either, and you want just an inexpensive, system, I would just go with the Line Desk for simplicity reasons. But the only problem with Line Desk is they do not have IDX feed built in. So you're not going to be able to have them look at properties and be informed because they don't have that IDX feed built in, and KB Core does. So hopefully I didn't confuse people more just now.
Does anybody else have any questions about anything related to the stuff today? Like I said, we will send the links out, or not the links, but the PDF version of these scripts out to you guys. Sorry, I'm like stuttering over my words there. We're going to send these out to you guys via email. So keep an eye out for your email. These are all recorded, so they will be in the group infinitely. They live there. So if anybody missed any of this or want to go back and watch it, they are there. And if you, for some reason, did not register for the call and you want the scripts emailed to you, just comment on this video in the group and we will send that out to you. Lee, do you have anything else?
No, I think that in 2 weeks, because I'm not going to be, are you going to do next week? I'm not going to be here, so you'll have to do it solo.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
But in 2 weeks, we're going to do how to do videos. And we're going to do
team videos, or like
how to do team. We're going to do how to do team videos, and I'm going to show a couple of the videos that we've done, and I'm going to show you. We have another one that we're planning to do, and I want to show people like the beginning stage of planning a video all the way through to the execution. And I think that'll be interesting for people because it's not, sometimes when you do team videos, it's a lot easier because it doesn't isolate. You're not isolated and you're not having to do a bunch of talking, and it's a really good way to show, that you're having fun and you're a fun group to work with and things like that. So I think that people will get a kick out of it. And, you're going to have some people that are still, won't want to participate, but a majority, if they're good sports, it ends up working out pretty good.
Yeah, I think, are we going to do one too about like community videos and stuff like that? Because
Yes.
I think that's another big part of this, Modern Agent Blueprint is being a pillar in your community. So doing community-based videos on different restaurants, different events going on, things that are happening in and around town. Those, I think, promoting local businesses is one of the biggest ways that you're going to make a huge impact in your business and your company. or sorry, in your community. So I'd love to do another video. I'd love to do a mastermind on that as well.
Yeah, we definitely will. And we're going to talk about how the product that we're relaunching, it's called townsites.org. It's really helps you to become the digital, I know that's an overused word, is the community influencer / digital mayor of your town. And it's all automated by, we help you set up a Facebook community page for your local community. And so it's a great product that we're going to be offering to the members of our blueprint. And we're going to have a special blueprint that's dedicated to the success of having your own local town site. And we're going to be getting into that in the next couple of weeks as well. So we want everyone to be a community influencer and that'll enable them to be the go-to agent. It's almost what we have envisioned is to kind of create a digital BNI group within every little local community. And it's something that will really help you, really stand out amongst other agents in your area. So we're really excited about that. And, I've spent a year and a half working on this, and I launched it and I'm relaunching it again with a couple other professionals that have, sold businesses for, like Randy is working with me, and we have other professionals that are helping us develop this product. And it's going to be something that's going to be great for everyone to be a part of.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining us today. Be on the lookout in your email for that PDF. And if you guys have any questions or anything, or if you guys have anything that you want us to talk about on the mastermind, send me a message privately, directly, not in the chat, because that goes away after this. Send me a message on Instagram or on Facebook if you have anything that you guys want to hear more about. I'd be happy to take some suggestions.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you taking time out of your day today to spend it with us. So
Thank you,
have
guys.
a great day. God bless.